Darwin Council has just announced that Darwin will be the first smart city in Australia, and it is moving towards a smart future based on the Chinese surveillance system that they put in place in their cities. The Chinese version of the smart cities is what they've already said. That's what they're doing. They're creating a system which will be able to track all of the residents of Darwin, and they're openly admitting this. This is what they're doing. And they're saying that the system will enable them to be able to put up virtual fences in Darwin. So what is a virtual fence would be the question. Do they talk about an active denial zone that people can't walk through because I'll get an electric shock walking between two posts? Well, I doubt that's what they're going to do. So what is the terminology? A virtual fence. Well, what does a fence do? A fence limits you from going places. It limits your access to things. So what they're talking about, folks, if you read between the lines, is a social credit system. This is the virtual fence they're talking about. If you step outside the lines and you get below social credit points, you will be limited from accessing certain areas. This is how they're doing it, folks. And of course, they're doing it in Darwin because it's a small enough city in Australia. It's kind of a capital city without being a capital city because the Northern Territory isn't really a state. And it's a small enough population but a large enough infrastructure to kind of make it a very, very good trial model. It's also a very common port between Asia and China and Australia, so it's a good place for them to trial it out, and that appears to be what they're doing. So if you think it isn't coming to a town near you, folks, well, it is.